What's up, Tyler from Plugged On? I'm here with a concert review, the first one in a little bit. I mean, I think the last one on the channel that we talked about was Sing Slayer, one of their final tours. Well, it wasn't the last tour. They just announced that. And I did get to see Coheed and Cambria and Mastodon Every Time I Die in early June. Just didn't get around to making a video on that. But I'm here with a concert review of Baroness and Torche that I saw at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster, PA. It was the very first date of Baroness's Golden Grey tour. Golden Grey being their new album that they just dropped a few weeks ago that I very much enjoy. Baroness has just been clicking with me on a whole nother level like they never have before. So I was very stoked to see these guys. I saw them once back in 2016. It was at the Rock Allegiance Festival, which is one of the bigger rock, one of those bigger festivals that, you know, they're kind of popping up all around the United States now that happen during the summer. And this one's more around Philly. It's not happening this year, but saw them then. It was 2016, but didn't really get to appreciate them as much then. So this was the first time seeing them headline. So to me, it almost feels like this is the very first time I've ever seen Baroness. So very excited. I've never seen Torche before. Torche is a band I've never really listened to. So that was cool to see them for the first time and to hear some of their stuff because I'm going to dive into them. But let's get into it. So Torche also, they announced they have a headlining tour and they were going to play at the Chameleon Club, but then they got booked on this Baroness tour, so they canceled that, and then I guess you got into the Baroness show if you wanted to. Torche got to play for a long time because just these two bands. There wasn't any local bands opening. Torche played 14 songs. I don't know a ton of them, but according to this, they played a lot off their new album that literally just dropped today, Admission, which I love. Admission. I think that's a very cool song. I love the melody, the overall just tempo of that song, and the vocals are just absolutely catchy. I really like that. So I'm going to dive into their new album. I will say, like, there's a few weird things about their set. First of all, they had like a smoke machine that I guess was supposed to turn off, or something happened with it where it just kept letting smoke out. And holy shit, you could hardly see the band. And at one point, you know, after one of their songs, they stopped and they're like, "This is too much," and they just turned it off. It was pretty interesting. But I mean, they just went. I mean, they didn't really say what any of their songs were called. So me being someone that, I'm trying to think how to put it. Like, me being someone that doesn't really know Torche, I just feel like it's important for an opening band like that to at least just say sometimes, like, "Hey, this song is blank." So maybe I can, after they play it, I'm like, "Oh fuck, that was a cool song." And afterwards. Admission, I knew a few other ones, but I didn't really know the titles of them because, like I said, I haven't listened to Torche too much. But now I have to go dig in and all sorts of stuff. Of course, I can look their setup, but I don't know. That's just me. I wish they would have said a little bit just what some of the songs were, because also their sound. I think they have a cool sound, very heavy, just based on simplistic power chords the whole way through. There's nothing wrong with that, but it can kind of sound like it's running together, it's droning on a little bit if you're not fully into the band. That can happen with a lot of bands, but especially with this one, just because they kind of have some similar stuff. But like I said, I do want to dive into them because I thought they sounded good. I wish the vocals were a little bit louder, but I really like the harmonies between the main vocalist and their bass player. I thought those vocal harmonies were on point. And I will say the last few songs they played were just bangers. They were so heavy. So like I said, I really need to go dive into Torche and listen to them a lot more than what I have. So moving on to Baroness, I thought Baroness played an absolutely amazing set. So like I said, this is the first date of this tour. So if you are watching this and you're going to go see Baroness, spoilers on the set, but all I will say is I thought they had an amazing sound. Everybody was on point in terms of playing. They had such an amazing energy. The crowd was actually pretty solid, at least for me. I really, the Chameleon Club can be really hit or miss. Just one, because just the design of the place. But I thought the crowd was really great here, and so absolutely go see them if you're planning on going or you're on the fence or whatever. If you can, definitely do it. They really brought it. Honestly, one of my favorite performances I've seen in recent memories. So yeah, starting off, they came out and started with a horse called Golgotha off of the Blue record, which is just an amazing song, and I love opening with this song. Yes, it's an older song. A lot of bands like to open with new stuff, but just the way this song starts, as soon as you hear that guitar going, John Baisley starts it, the crowd just goes fucking nuts. The whole crowd sing along. What a great way to just get the crowd going right off the bat. Then March to the Sea, which is, one of the most popular songs and a very awesome song to just kind of sing along to. You could hardly hear John singing at all because the crowd was so loud with this. But then they got into Borderlines, which is a song that, they first released it off their new record. It's the first single. And I was like, this is good. But it didn't really click with me. But literally, the more I listened to Golden Gray, the more this is a standout song to me. It's mostly just the lead guitar later on in some of the later choruses and the harmonies between John Baisley and Gina Gleason, their other guitar player, which, holy shit, she goes hard in the paint, man. Especially towards the end when they were playing some of the last few songs, she was going nuts. It was awesome to watch. The whole band just looks like they just absolutely enjoy themselves the whole time performing. John always has a smile on his face. Gina's going nuts, and then their bassist, Nick Jost, Sebastian Thompson on drums. Those two just jam out. They're always looking at each other, smiling, just bouncing around, and they just constantly have a smile on their face the whole time. You can tell this band has a lot of fun. So yeah. Anyways, they played Borderlines, then they got into Morning Star, the Green theme. Those were cool. Then they just had a whole rock block of new tracks, which, like I said, I've been enjoying their new album a lot. So hearing Tourniquet, which is one of my favorite songs off of it, I really didn't think that they would play it. And I really like, I know some people are a little hit or miss on the production of their new album, but I love the production of the beginning of Tourniquet and the way that sounds, the vocal harmonies, the acoustic guitar, everything. It just sounds amazing. So hearing that live was pretty awesome to hear. Then I'm Already Gone, Cold-Blooded Angels, I thought was great. Just hearing maybe some slower, more emotional songs. I will say, you start off with 3 more upbeat songs, and then it got to a little bit of a slower part of the set. I'm not saying these songs are bad, but I wish maybe it was a little bit more, a little bit more of a roller coaster, I guess. But maybe that was deliberate. Then they played Yola, which is amazing. You couldn't even hear the band playing it. The crowd was singing so loud. That's a Baroness song that's just grown on me more and more over time. What an amazing, just dark, beautiful song. Then, yeah, it was mostly just some of the more popular songs from here on out. Shock Me, Chlorine and Wine, Seasons. Then they played Isaac, Take My Bones Away. Isaac was awesome to hear off the Red Album. That song's so heavy. So that was cool. Yeah, overall, just a very fun, upbeat set that you could just tell everybody there was just having an absolute blast, just singing along, banging their head, whatever. And you could tell everybody on stage was, it's always kind of a cycle. The band feeds off the crowd, and then I think even vice versa. When you see the band up there just having a good time, it makes you want to have a good time. And just sing along and do whatever. And it was good. I just thought these guys absolutely killed it, and I want to see them again, immediately. So if they come around, never know. So yeah, let me know what you think of Baroness and Torche. If you're going to go see this, if you've seen it, down the road, for anyone listening to this or watching, let me know if you've seen these bands before, what you think. So, thanks. See you later.